Hi Leo, welcome to your monthly reading for December 2023. These messages are for Leo, Sun, Moon and Rising. Thank you very much to everyone who watches the videos, likes, shares, comments, subscribes to the channel. It's all greatly appreciated. If you want to book a personal reading, please see the description box for information on how to do that. So these are the oracle decks I'm going to be using for today's reading. And just as like a little side note, opening message, whatever you want to call it, I've had this feeling, sort of this niggling hunch or whatever you want to call it, probably for about a couple of weeks now, that going forward into December we might go through a period of time where people are speaking their minds quite a bit more, to the point where people might even be saying things that are quite controversial. And I know this is kind of a running theme in the media, but I mean in our actual everyday, day-to-day lives as well. So yeah, I do realize that we are now in Sagittarius season for most of December, and I did check my astrology books, and I know that Sagittarius can actually be, Sagittarian energy can be known for being frank and open. It's kind of a what you see is what you get, straight to the point kind of energy. But as I say, I've had a niggling feeling since Scorpio season that going forward, people may be saying things that kind of shake things up. It's a bit controversial. Whether it's that people are saying things to you, you're expressing something, I don't know, but we'll see how that plays out. So we'll get into your reading. I'm going to start off with a message from the Sacred Destiny Oracle deck and see what your sort of main theme, focal point, whatever it is you need to know at this time that is most important. So for Leo for December, Leo, Sun, Moon and Rising for December 2023, what's a main theme or a main thing, the main thing that we need to know, please? So main theme for Leo, Sun, Moon and Rising. Ooh, okay, right, okay. I guess I'm going to be taking that one too. It fell on my lap, but it seemed like it really wanted to come out. So you have, first of all, you have patience. So I'll put that there. You have potential. And you also have going forward. So I guess initially a main thing here is not to rush. Whatever it is that you want to go forward with, key theme is not to rush. So let's get your cards out as well. Okay. So again, the main thing that you need to know. That was nice and easy, and I've finally gotten around to powdering the deck. So if you see a white substance on there, it's just corn flour. So you've got the Six of Cups, Leo's energy specifically. Yeah. 10 of Cups. I didn't even ask the question, but yes, we'll take them. This is the external, any external or surrounding energies. And you know what, Leo, why didn't I just say it straight away as soon as the Six of Cups came out, is that you might be moving on from the past in some way, shape or form. And then we've got the 10 of Cups, which, if you're kind of moving on from the past or anything that's held you back, you would want to be going towards the 10 of Cups, the external or surrounding energy, whether it is a personal situation or whatever it is, energy. 4 of Pentacles, that's where you're holding on to something, isn't it? It can be about holding your cards close to your chest, but it's holding on to something, whether it's something you want to say, do. And you've got that with the Wheel of Fortune, so that kind of indicates a need or letting go of something. So let's get past energy. I'm going to try that again, that didn't feel right. So past energy in relation to all of this. You have the Emperor and the Queen of Swords, and there is a very outspoken person in that Queen of Swords there. You may have already said something, actually. Present, current energy. You've got the Four of Cups. I mean, you would definitely want to move on from that energy. I mean, that's an energy of apathy, disappointment, rejection. It's in reverse, so that's a good thing in the present. So as I say, you may have actually already said something or expressed or come to know what it is that you want to move on from. Potential future energy, please. We have the Devil, which is kind of in reverse. Okay, we'll take it in reverse. And finally, any advice for you. So much easier using the deck now it's been powdered, because when they get sticky, they just all come out like 5 cards keep on coming out together. So advice or guidance? Nope. After I said it's easier and then all of that comes out. Well, I'm not going to keep that, but Ace of Swords, again, that would be a card of truth, expression. Let's see, let's try that again. So advice or guidance for Leo, Sun, Moon and Rising for December 2023, please. There we go. We've got the Tower. So the first thing that comes to mind with that is to embrace change. Yeah, embrace the change, work with the change if you can. So let's look at that Six of Cups first of all. Let's clarify that and see what comes out. So Six of Cups, anything else we need to know about that Six of Cups? That's like your focal point. Right, I did say leaving something behind. I mean, we've got the Eight of Cups there. That's where you leave something behind to go to the Ninth Cup, which is the card of contentment, satisfaction. You've got the Moon first of all, the Ace of Cups. You may have been, because you've got so many cups here, and the Moon, which is a water energy card as well. There may be some emotions that you faced that have led you to moving forward, moving on. Could directly be related to the past, or what was I actually going to say there? Could be related to the past, or just something that's gone on for a very long time. Let's see what else comes out, because I feel like that could be next to that Ace of Cups. It well, all of them together, these three together, it feels like, you know, where you have suppressed or hidden emotions about something. So say, one example, yes, I'm going to go for the relationship example. That's just the easiest way to go. Not saying that this is your exact situation, it might be, but as an example, say if you've been in a relationship with someone for a very, very long time, a romantic relationship, and you felt for a very long time that things aren't right and you want it to change, and you've kind of suppressed the emotions, hidden them, you haven't told anyone, kept it to yourself, and then you've just gotten to a point now where it's like, I can't do it anymore, I can't pretend anymore, I can't hide it anymore, and then you want to move away from that. Or it could be the same for a job. Again, that's a really easy example to use. You've been in a job for a while and you've felt that it's not right. And not just a tiny niggling feeling. This would be something big to push you to change things. And it's sort of like you get to a point where it's like, no, can't do this anymore. As I said, it could be emotions from the past. Maybe there's something going on in your family or with a friend or family member where you've suppressed emotions for a very long time, and it's kind of like facing that and moving on from that, whether it means that you have to have it out with the person and you get to a point of resolving it and leave that emotion behind and forgive if there's forgiveness involved, or there's someone that you have to cut ties with. So I don't know why the thought of a university course is coming to mind as well. Like, you know, if you studied something for a very long time that you didn't want to do in the first place, but you kind of suppressed it for whatever reason, you may have a number of reasons why you did something, studied something you didn't want to, and you get to the point where it's like, this is ridiculous, I can't do this anymore, this is the rest of my life here that I'm planning on making this thing long term, and I actually can't stand it. So that kind of energy. So Two of Pentacles, Ace, yeah, it's kind of, in a way, weighing up the options or perspectives or opportunities, but it's also where this Two of Pentacles, it's where you may have, again, if I was going for the example of work or study or whatever, you're juggling this situation that you don't even really know what you want, and you've got the options of, do I stay, do I go, what are my other options? And with the Ace of Pentacles at the end, it's making a final decision on, right, actually no, I want to leave that behind and I want to focus on this one thing, this one particular thing. So we're going to leave that there. So as I say, main theme, it's like you may be facing something that you've tried to suppress emotionally, whatever that is in relation to in your life, and you've now made a choice to leave that behind, kind of honor yourself and choose what you genuinely want to commit to, what the seed is that you want to plant long term and invest in. So Ten of Cups, I mean, it's simple enough, isn't it? You want to leave that behind to get you a sense of happiness, fulfillment, in whatever sense that is, whether it's your whole life, one particular situation in your life. So let's look at the Ten of Cups. I mean, the Ace of Pentacles as well, that's the potential. That is the potential. The Eight of Cups is kind of that going forward energy, leaving something behind or moving on from something, whether it is a feeling or a physical thing, to move forward. So we've got the Page of Swords. I would say that's just recognizing that you could, even if you are reasonably content, that there's something that will make you happier, or it's just identifying that, no, that wasn't making me happy, so I want to move forward because I feel that this new thing or different situation, the change, whatever it is, has the potential to genuinely make me happy. So anything else for that we have? I'm going to take that in reverse. Six of Swords. That might be the patience, actually, that Six of Swords, because it's like here someone's escaping, moving on. But for me, sometimes it can be avoidance if it's in reverse. I'll see what comes after it, but it could be, again, as I keep talking about, a work in progress. So patience may be required to fully bring it to fruition or to set it in motion. But the potential is there. So what follows on from that Six of Swords in reverse, please? Yep, I think it's a work in progress. You've got the World after it. So that's where you go into a new cycle. It's a new beginning. It's a new chapter. It's a new start for you in whatever it is you want to go towards. So yeah, as I say, it might be a work in progress. So again, if it was a job, course of study, relationship, whatever you were wanting to move on from, if it was one of those things, it's that you feel the feeling is there that, right, I am going to leave this behind. Where that Two of Pentacles came up, that may be the sort of the physical aspects of things. So say if you were leaving one career path to pursue another one, it's kind of the process of you know, wrapping things up at the old job, handing in your notice if you're doing that, moving, getting a new opportunity, getting a new job, applications, you know, all the practical sort of things, again, in relationships as well. Sometimes it isn't as easy as just saying it's over. There may be children involved. You could be married potentially, you could be living with someone, and there may be practical things that have to be considered and dealt with and put in place before you can physically leave. So anything else? Following on from that World card, we've got the Seven of Wands here. So this is, it feels like challenges here. The Seven of Wands is usually about standing up for something, but let's get one more to follow on from that and see what that is. So whatever comes up next is directly connected to that Seven of Wands. Why is the Seven of Wands there? It could be that why are some of my cards upside down in the deck? I feel like I can see some upside down. This may be where people are, one of the challenges could be a bit of resistance to what it is you want to do. Like, again, if it was a relationship, a romantic relationship, there may be, you may have discussed it with the other person and they're trying to convince you not to leave, or you may have made the decision. You might have friends or family or people that you've discussed it with to help you sort of figure things out before you've made a final decision with your partner. And they may be telling you to stay even though you want to leave. Or again, if it was a job, you may have spoken to people who've kind of said, no, don't leave. It's a really good job, blah, 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 even though you feel like you absolutely loathe it. Again, course of study. If you've got a family, if you're quite young and you've got a family who've pressured you into doing a particular course of study, you might be facing resistance from them that, nope, you have to do this, we're paying for it, so you have to do it, that kind of energy. But let's see. Right, we've got the Three of Swords next. So yeah, I'm going to get a clarifier for that. That could express kind of like the lack of support if you are experiencing any resistance from others with this. And it might not even be others, like people that are close to you. It can be resistance if you're wanting to make a change and it's a struggle in general, like say the job thing. If you wanted to change jobs or career paths, it might be the process of that is a struggle in terms of getting your foot in the door in the new direction that you want to go in. But it's, yeah, I can see a bit of pain there. Again, where I talked about, say if it was an issue that you had with like a friend or family member, long-term emotions that have been suppressed from childhood or something like that, that could be relevant here with that Seven of Wands and Three of Swords as well. You know, like when you try to face an issue with someone, but they are completely unwilling to even address it. Like as soon as you bring it up, they're like, nope, that didn't happen. There's nothing wrong. There's no problem there. I don't see what you're moaning about, that kind of energy. And that would hurt you as well, wouldn't it? Let's just get one for that Three of Swords. See if that tells us anything. So we've got the Nine of Pentacles there. And then we've got the Six of Pentacles. That's, yeah, so I said about support, didn't I? Nine of Pentacles is a card of independence. Can be very much a card of independence. And the Six of Pentacles is just a generosity that can be support. So you may be feeling like you need to do this all by yourself, or it could even be that you want more independence, but you still have obligations to others, potentially as well. So I'll leave those there. That could be something that's holding you back, obligations to others, actually. And that's a complex situation to deal with, because it depends on what the obligations are, doesn't it? And how they can be dealt with. So let's look at the Wheel of Fortune and the Four of Pentacles. That's a external energy. So again, as I said, if you're experiencing any resistance, it could be people in your life that are, again, say if you wanted to leave a relationship, someone who's holding on tightly to you and doesn't want to let go. Family members, say if you were trying to get more independence, them holding on to you and not wanting you to experience independence. It could also be just the energy in general, like planetary alignments. As I said, we are in Sagittarius season now, and Sagittarius is it's an energy of freedom, of desiring freedom. It's an energy of travel. It's someone that doesn't want to be restricted. I think the Wheel of Fortune is Jupiter. I may be wrong about that, but I think it's Jupiter, and I believe Jupiter is associated with Sagittarius, because it's about expansion, isn't it? So Sagittarius energy, it would be that energy that easily kind of lets go to expand, to explore. So it could be that feeling that's around you, the energy, the Sagittarius energy that's around you, saying you got to let go now. It's time to let go. What is this? Four of Pentacles. It's Sun in Capricorn, isn't it? And Capricorn energy is a very what's the word? It's a long-term energy, isn't it? It's a very disciplined, dedicated type of energy that will almost probably stick something out to the death just because they've committed to it. It's like, well, I've committed now, I have to, like, it's a binding, whatever it is, it's like it's a binding contract where, nope, got to stick with it no matter what, got to see it through. Whereas Sagittarius is probably the opposite, where they're like, well, no, if it doesn't feel right anymore, because they can be quite, it's an idealistic energy as well. It's like, no, I've got other ideals, other philosophies, other journeys, roads that I want to travel, metaphorically, and they would be willing to let go and explore. So let's look at the Four of Pentacles and Wheel of Fortune. I don't understand why so many of the cards in this deck are in reverse when I literally separated them out, and yeah, it's weird when that happens. Right, so Wheel of Fortune, Four of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles. So that is that committed, that would be so the Knight of Pentacles, what does it represent? It's Virgo energy. So it's an energy of duty, isn't it? Virgo, very much duty. So we'll put that there. So that would be the holding on part of things. But then that energy of dedication that you have for something, you can, what's the word, you know, when we talk about transferable skills in jobs, it's something that you can transfer, isn't it? Like whatever you're holding on to or have been holding on to and been very committed to and diligent towards and persevered with, can you now take that energy going forward into the new thing that you want to do, or in the change that you want to make, and commit to the new or the change, rather than using that energy to hold on to the old ways, old thoughts, old methods. So anything else? We've got the Sun. That's a positive card, and that for me is very much a card of potential. It's also a card of illumination as well. So again, this could be that sense of enlightenment of, actually, you may have decided, I want to take this energy that I've been investing over here, and I see potential over there, and I'm going to take that energy and put it towards that where I see that potential instead. So anything else? You've got the Lovers. That is simply, that's what you love. That's what you want to connect with. That's where you see the potential. it can be about a relationship, but it isn't. The Lovers for me isn't just about relationships. It's whatever it is that you love, connecting to that and choosing that thing or person or situation or whatever it is that you love. It's literally choosing it. So anything else, or knowing what it is at the very least. So you have the Queen, yeah, knowing. She's got a strong sense of knowing, hasn't she? That Queen of Swords. She knows what it's her truth. She has a truth, and sometimes a new truth, but she has her truth, and she stands by that. So, as I say, it's an energy. This energy, Four of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune. It's kind of like realizing what you actually know, what you actually want, how you feel, what you want to connect to. And then the Two of Wands, it's about choosing a path, knowing that you have the potential and knowing that you have the choice, that you can choose a different path. You have options, opportunities. You're not tied to one thing. So we'll leave that there and we will look at the past energy. So as I say, there is a strong possibility that you already know this and you are now, it's a case of kind of patiently moving forward, moving on and putting it into action. Because I did say at the beginning with the Queen of Swords there, it is kind of like you already know, like you've made the decision. The Emperor is the boss, aren't they? They're the person that has their own sovereignty and takes control of their life. And then with the Queen of Swords, it's like you have your truth, you have your power, you have that boss energy and you can move forward with it. So Emperor and Queen of Swords. Anything else? So that's past energy. So I think you've probably I would likely say you've made the decision. Whether you've taken action or not, I feel like you've made a decision. And then you've got the Tower there. So that can, for me, that can be an epiphany sometimes, especially when it comes with swords related cards. So like the Ace of Swords, Queen of Swords, King of Swords, for me, that can feel like an epiphany. And then what you get on the bottom, the High Priest, wow. See what I mean? The High Priestess energy is an energy of, it's that whole intuition, you know, and readers say, you already know. And it annoys us sometimes depending on the situation. And then what did I say? Ace of Swords. When I get the Tower with the Ace of Swords and some of the Swords cards, for me, it feels like an epiphany, that sense of, yes, this is what I want. Or no, this is what I don't want. So anything else with that Tower? Seven of Swords. I think you know that there's some risk attached to it, whatever it is. Or it could just be that sense of enlightenment, that sort of no more hiding it in the shadows anymore. So we talked about hidden feelings in the beginning, whether it is about how you feel about a person, a situation, whatever it is. This would be where, I mean, that could be an awareness. If there's an epiphany here, then that's the awareness of whatever it is that's hidden in the shadows. So anything else? Nine of Cups, I'd say that's an awareness of what was hidden in the shadows and what will actually make you feel content. And a desire to likely go towards that as well. Reversed, yeah. Nine of Swords, yep, no more anxiety. If you have felt any anxiety or stress in whatever your situation was, it's wanting to escape that and knowing that you can escape that as well. That feeling and leave it behind. Yeah, that's the disappointment, isn't it? So yeah, overall it kind of feels like just a sense of past energies, an awareness, an epiphany even of what you don't want, what's hidden in the shadows, and what you do want, and wanting to move away from any feelings of stress, anxiety, disappointment. So let's move into the current energy now, the present energy, which is the Four of Cups. And I said again, it's just an energy so far of just wanting to get out. If you felt like you were stuck in a rut, it's wanting to get out of that. So, but did I say patience? This might be the patience as well. That it's a process, isn't it? That you can't just, I mean, some situations maybe you could just snap your fingers and you're out of it, but a lot of the time it's a process, an ongoing process, isn't it? It takes time. So Four of Cups is the current energy. Why is that there, please? Right, yeah. I would say it's a process. You've got the Devil here twice. The Devil in the present energy, it's anything that's restricting you or holding you back. So as I mentioned earlier, there may be obligations that you still have to deal with. You might have to tie up loose ends. You might have people physically trying to hold you back, or you just might be struggling a little bit to move things forward. And again, the Patience card sticks out there. Anything else for the present energy? I love the way that flew out so dramatically. Knight of Cups. I mean, that's just what you love and what it is you want to go towards. And then you've got the Six of Cups. I may look at that on its own. Sometimes when I see the Six of Cups with a card like the Knight of Cups, it makes me think of something being an old dream. So again, that could be anything. That could be career-wise. It could be anything when we speak of an old dream, because it's a feeling that you've always wanted. Like say if you were, and I can relate to this one actually, say if you were someone who's always been very introverted and you've always felt like the odd one out, and you've never had the type of friendship that you've always wanted, like you've never had a best friend, and your dream has always been to have a best friend, and you just got to a point in life where you grew up to be an adult and you just accepted and thought, you know what, it's never going to happen. I've just got to get on with my life and do what I've got to do and accept that I'll never have a best friend. I'll be my own best friend. But then you sort of, so for some reason you get a spark, maybe you meet a bunch of new people and you start to feel more connected with people and that you relate to people more, or you just have an epiphany, as I say, the decision comes tomorrow. It's like, no, if I want to relate and connect with people more, then I can actually make this happen. I don't have to just sit here and accept that I'm going to feel like the odd person out forever. And that would be an old dream, wouldn't it? An old dream to kind of have genuine, authentic friendships where you really feel connected to people. That would be an old dream. Or if there's a situation in your family, like you've had a certain relationship with a family member, and you want to kind of resolve things in that relationship with the family member, say if it was a parent or something, or a sibling, and you wanted to improve it and you've always wanted to make things better, but you kind of just, you were resigned, I think, to the thought that, oh, it's never going to be any different. And now you have that sort of spark where it's like, actually, no, I can try to improve it. Yep, there might not be a guarantee, but it's an old dream that you wanted things to be better. And again, I think for the whole job situation, relationship, romantic relationship, I think that's kind of, you can fill in the blanks with that. I think I don't need to get into that too deeply, but let's see what else follows on from that Six of Cups. So we've got the Four of Wands, and then we have the Emperor again. So the Four of Wands, for me, it can be that you already have a foundation and you want to build on that. So I guess the foundation would be, it would kind of be the dream. For some of you, it would be the dream itself and knowing that you have the potential to do that. And then the Emperor energy, that's where you take action, isn't it? And you make it happen. For some of you, it could be just that this is a desire to build a new foundation. And again, with the Emperor, it's taking action to make that happen. So we'll leave that there. So for the current present energy, it's a process, isn't it? It feels like it's an energy where you can't just snap your fingers and make it happen straight away. It's a process. It's a process, but the desire is there, and the will to do it is there as well. So future energy, the Devil in reverse, I would say that whatever's holding you back, anything that's holding you back, and you've got the Tower there as well. So I know the Tower's the advice, but together, it's like anything that was holding you back, gone by the looks of it. So the Devil, let's have a look at that, please. But again, patience keeps on sticking out. You'll need patience for this. So the Devil, please. Why is the Devil there? So there may be some sort of healing or rest, period of rest required as part of this process. So again, if there was a relationship involved, even if you were the person that wanted to leave it, I think for most people, even if you want to leave a relationship, when you leave it, you still kind of have to grieve, don't you, and recover from it as well. Let's see what else comes up for that. I did say rest as well, didn't I? You may just need a period of rest, or just take your time, and it can be careful consideration as well for me with that Four of Swords. I'm thinking things through very carefully, again, not rushing. You've got the Knight of Swords there. Yeah, I would say that's not rushing. Even though we've got the Knight of Swords there, he's in between the Four of Swords and the King of Pentacles. For me, the King of Pentacles would take his time. He wouldn't rush into anything because he wants to build something long term, something that will stand the test of time. So he would never rush into anything, even if the ideas are there, because the Knight of Swords can be about ideas and ideals as well. It still says that the ideas might be there, the inspiration might be there, but it's still a case of being patient. There's something here with that strength card. Strength card is strength, and and it is willpower, but it's not restriction. There's another way of describing it, and I can't remember what it is now. Something like self-control, like even if you feel that that's not the right word I'm thinking of, but I can't think of the correct word. I think self-restraint can be part of strength as well, actually, because where we speak of the lion, he could easily kill this woman, but he doesn't. So that's self-restraint, and it's not forced, it's just very natural. It's patience, isn't it? In a way, I guess it's patience or something to that effect. But yeah, again, it's part, this whole thing here, it's just part of the process of taking your time to build something solid. Even if the ideas are quick, the physical action, you need to take time and put more thought into it to overcome any challenges and let go of anything that's holding you back. Let's just get one more. And then you've got the star. I mean, that's faith, hope. You could even say that's patience as well. Let's get one for the star. We've got death, the death card. I have a message coming in, but let me just get one more for that. Seven of Cups and Temperance. So it's unusual to get Temperance in reverse because it's about it speaks of balance, moderation, harmony, that sort of thing. You've got the Seven of Cups there, which can be a card of contemplating your dreams. If you want to pursue it, is it worth pursuing it? Looking at the different perspectives. So again, I talked about taking your time to think things through. I think this star card with death and temperance and the Seven of Cups, it's kind of saying, so again, be patient, but it's like, I think it's kind of like the universe giving you a helping hand. So it's not to say that you sit back and literally do nothing at all, but it kind of feels like somehow the universe will help things along, where anything that has held you back or needs to end, it will kind of happen naturally. Like you take action and do what you need to do, but the universe will help to put an end to something naturally as well. And I'm not 100% sure that's what that, in what way that is. Like, you know, when things naturally run their course, it's kind of like that. Like, as I say, you do your part, but it's like the universe kind of steps into, and it's like the universe does its part to wrap things up. I'm not sure what that means. So feel free to come back at any point during December if you want to share what that means to you. Yeah, I'll leave that there. That's an interesting one. I couldn't even think of an example for that if I tried, but yeah. No, actually, I can think of an example, and I'm not saying this is exactly what's going to happen to you, but so I know someone who, they were in a job for a long time, and then the company got taken over, and once it was taken over, it went downhill from there, and they wanted to leave. They did want to leave, and they kind of had it in their mind that they were going to leave, and they were doing what they had to do, and then they ended up getting offered redundancy. There's more details to it than that, but the gist is they'd kind of mentally made the decision in their head, right, I've got a time frame set in mind when I'm going to leave this place, and somehow they not magically, they ended up being offered redundancy, so they were able to leave, and then they got a payout as well, so that they could they didn't have to panic about having money. So that's just an example of how the universe potentially, I'm not saying it's exactly what's going to happen to you, but that's one way it stepped in for that person. Actually, that's happened to the same person quite a few times, to be honest. I don't know what it is with them. They've never had to literally leave a job. Like, anytime they're the kind of person that stays somewhere for a very long time, and then when they've gotten to the point where they're literally like, yeah, I've really had enough now, and started making plans mentally, somehow the universe always steps in and they get redundancy for some strange reason. It's really, yep, well done to them, whatever they've done in a past life to get that. Anyway, Tower. So advice, again, let's have a look at the Tower and see what comes up for that. I mean, the first thing I would say is don't resist change. Don't resist things changing. You've got the Ten of Cups there. And I would say to trust that the change is for the better, even if at the time it doesn't feel, you have doubts, don't you, sometimes when things change and you're like, shit, I wonder if that was the best thing to do or if that was the best thing to happen. It's trusting that the change is for the better. It gives you a new start so that you can move forward. So, I mean, you're getting really positive cards so far for the advice. Ten of Cups, Two of Cups, Queen of Wands. I'd say key point, trust that the change will lead to something wonderful for you, because you've got the Ten of Cups there. I mean, that's happiness, isn't it? A sense of fulfillment. You've got the Two of Cups, so you get to connect with what you love, whether it is a person or a thing. Queen of Wands, it puts you in your power, doesn't it? That you sort of feel valued with it. You feel valued, you feel respected. Did I say empowered? I think I may not have said the word empowered, but you feel empowered. You may learn from it as well. You may learn lessons from it with the Hierophant. Well, any big change, you're bound to learn something from it. And let's get one more. The King of Cups. So I'm going to get one for that. For me, that's often about, it can be about honouring how you feel, but you may even learn something more about how you feel here, or you may gain a sense of, you might gain more emotional maturity and emotional intelligence out of the situation through the change. There was something else coming in. You also might, oh my God, what was it? What was it? I've forgotten now. Emotional resilience. It might build your emotional resilience as well. I'll get one for the King of Cups, although I don't even know if it's necessary, to be honest. Well, I mean, the Magician is a very capable, empowered, confident person. So that would go hand in hand with emotional, I mean, in a way, with emotional resilience, because then you feel more capable. And then Nine of Pentacles, it's a card of independence, isn't it? Independence, abundance. It's kind of where you've built your own or created your own sense of abundance as well. So you may trust in how you feel a lot more as well. Like if you've ever had any doubts, or if the change brings about doubts, going through the change will help you to have more trust in how you feel, and to honor your own feelings more going forward. So we'll leave that there. I mean, this is a pretty good reading, Leo, Sun, Moon and Rising. We're going to get you final couple of oracle cards of guidance from. So first of all, the Sacred Power Oracle deck. So it looks like for the most part, it's all about changes for the better. As long as you acknowledge, which I think you've already done, you've acknowledged what you do want and what you don't want, and you're determined to get your happiness. As long as you do that, and you have to be patient with it too, and embrace the change, I think it's going to be good for you. So, okay, I didn't even ask the question. I love how I've talked about patience, but then the cards just fly out. Right, you've got Medicine, the Medicine card. And I'll get you a final, where am I going to put that? I'll put that there. I'll get you a final card of advice from the Unicorns deck. And I am going to read the Medicine message, because there is more information in that. The Unicorn card I won't read, because they're pretty self-explanatory. And I believe there's an aspect of healing in that Medicine card. So it could be to do with you. The healing can be relating to other people. It can be a situation you need to heal. There's spiritual teachings involved in that as well. I mentioned learning lessons. That might be part of it too. But anyway, let's see if I can shuffle this deck, because this is a massive deck as well. So final message of guidance for Leo, Sun, Moon and Rising from this deck, please. Oh, do I want to? Yeah, we'll take them. We'll take all of them. So, because I'm not going to read the book. So support, ask for help, get more rest, nurture yourself. And I did mention rest. That was more in the past energy, wasn't it really? But because I've spoken of patience, again, the rest thing might be part of it. Support. Whoever you can get genuine support from, do so, whether it's support in terms of you like to pray to whoever you like to pray to, or there are physical people that can help as well. or if support is offered, accept it. Actually, let's put those on here because they're going to cover up the other cards. We've got Goddess, honor your divine feminine energy, see your inner beauty, love every part of yourself. So for me, whether you're a man or a woman, this is about kind of honoring your emotions, honoring how you feel. So you know where you got that King of Cups near the end, that was probably going to be a lesson that you would learn more emotional resilience, more emotional intelligence, emotional maturity, by honoring your emotions in this situation and kind of, you know, utilizing the Eight of Cups energy where you're sort of leaving a thing or feeling or whatever it is behind. You're honoring your emotions and how you feel. And divine feminine energy is a receptive energy as well. So again, in terms of the support, whatever capacity that support comes in, wow. Receive. Okay, I was going to say it's about being receptive, isn't it? Whatever form that support takes, it's about receiving that. Wow. Powerful reading, Leo. So it says receive, be open to receiving goodness, believe you are worthy of abundance, a gift is coming to you. Okay, so let's look at the medicine message in the book. I love when that happens though, actually, when I'm talking about something and the next card that comes out is pretty much what I was gonna say or talking about. Anyway, medicine. So the medicine message says, lead by example, share your knowledge with others. Found in employment, social circles, families, organizations, and spiritual groups, leaders nurture, guide, and support us through life at all levels and in all situations. People seek out leaders for survival, purpose, and achievement. The ability to heal and work with different energies and the gift of vision are the medicine of the shaman, bridging the world of earth, nature, self, and spirit. Looking to a leader or elder for guidance and mentorship is essential now. So that might be that support thing that you might need that. Remember, true leaders empower, direct, and facilitate transformation. A false leader, however, can tear down your progress, destabilize social networks, and create spiritual cults. Powerful healing energy is around you now. You are strongly connected to shamanic medicine. Journey within the realms to learn and share in the messages from your ancestors. Past life journeys can reawaken your soul's natural gifts and access your ancestral power to enlighten and illuminate your direction. Right now, you need to harness the power of natural remedies, herbal medicines, and natural skincare products. Visit a professional to assist you to support your mind, body, and spirit. Use complementary medicine in addition to traditional healing methods. You are a natural healer. You are being asked to utilize your natural talents in the healing arts. Whether for counseling, energy practice, holistic, or Western medicine, you are encouraged now to explore your gifts with purpose. Take a leadership role. You have the knowledge and guidance to heal yourself as well as others. Lead by example. Be humble and graceful in your approach. And the affirmation says, I am a powerful healer. The power of the universe shines within me. I am a powerful light bringer. So with this message, you may be seeking support in any of these forms or just in general. You may be the person who part of your whatever it is you want to pursue, it might actually involve the healing arts. Maybe that's something you're doing. You may be pursuing a leadership role in whatever capacity that is, or it may just be taking the lead in a situation. So again, where I said about a family, if there's a family situation, it may be that you're taking the lead to heal whatever's going on there. There's a lot of information there, and I think we can all always kind of lead by example when we feel, like we've learned lessons or whatever. It doesn't mean we go around telling everybody what to do, but just by living in our truth and living from what we've learned, we kind of lead by example, don't we? But I'll leave you a message there, Leo. Hopefully you found that helpful. Leo said moon and rising. I have to remember to say that. Hopefully you found it helpful. So feel free to like, share, and comment on the video, subscribe to the channel. And if you want to book a personal reading, again, see the description box for that. But other than that, take care.